idea that we had at the High Commission that perhaps we could connect some of the main pillars of the India-New Zealand relationship. What are those pillars? There's sport, and there's trade, and there's education. And there's certainly a passion, I'm sure, for all of us to help kids who have disadvantaged backgrounds to make successful and confident individuals. And so we put all this together today, and I think that there's been quite a successful turnout. So thank you very much. I would like to thank very much the Delhi and District Cricket Association. Really, without your enthusiasm, when we first put this idea to you, this would not have happened, and I just can't thank you enough. Thank you. So I will just ask our Prime Minister, Mr. John Key, Prime Minister of New Zealand, to come and say a few words.
Namaste, Shashri Akal. It's a great privilege to be here this afternoon at your wonderful stadium, and can I say that New Zealand and India enjoy very warm relations together, and they are bound together for a number of reasons, but one of them is sport. And we know that India loves its sport. We know that you're very successful at your sport, and the pride of place that cricket takes is demonstrated, I think, by the media contingent that is here today for this occasion. Can I congratulate India for your success in the World Cup earlier this year? I had the privilege of welcoming the Indian team to Parliament some years ago, and meeting Tendulkar and a number of your players in Estonia, and welcoming the team to what was a great display of cricket when they came down to New Zealand. But you achieved in the World Cup what we hope to achieve later in the year in a different code of sport and rugby when we also host the World Cup in New Zealand. So we are here on a state visit. One of the primary objectives is to make progress on our free trade agreement between New Zealand and India. But we're also here to expand our relationship in many ways, and as the High Commissioner Jan Henderson said, one of those ways of achieving that is through sport. And so we have decided that as the Government of New Zealand, we want to provide some scholarships for people in India to come and study sport in New Zealand in a variety of disciplines, whether they're playing sport, whether they're learning about coaching in sport, or other aspects of managing sports teams. And in New Zealand we have a number of universities that offer courses in that area. They're highly successful, and they do extremely well, and we want to welcome some Indian students to come to New Zealand, paid for by the New Zealand government, to take up those opportunities, and they'll join with that process of being part of around I think it's 11,500 Indian students currently studying in New Zealand at any one time. So we're pleased to be in a position to do that. Can I also acknowledge the Asha Foundation and the kids that are here today? Looking forward to coming to meet you. I understand the work that you do and the great steps that you're making to help young people in India, and I want to thank you for that. Finally, just to show you that it's not just sport that's on display here, there's a New Zealand company called Tiger Turf that's been responsible for providing some of the turf here at the stadium, and it just shows you the many strands to the relationship between New Zealand and India. Finally, can I just say that we're very pleased on this trip to have with us Stephen Fleming. I know that he is very famous here in India. He's also very, very famous in New Zealand for his prowess as the captain of the Black Caps, for being a wonderful batsman, and these days for being the coach of the Chennai Super Kings. So it's great to have him with us to build those bounds across our countries with sport, and I want to wish you all the very best, and thank you for inviting me here this afternoon.